The taper. Ooh. That one word is enough to make any runner quake in their boots, but the taper doesn't really have to be that scary. I'll show you how to do it properly before your next marathon. All right, so this framework for the taper comes from Advanced Marathoning. It's a great book and I'd highly recommend it, but here's the gist of what you do for the taper. All right, so first off, biggest thing to keep in mind is that we're going to be dropping the volume, but not the intensity. This is huge, so important. A common misconception I see is that people think the taper is for recovery, so you should just run easy so you can recover as much as possible, but that is a great way to have the heaviest possible legs on race day. You want to make sure your body still remembers how to run fast, and especially how to run at your goal marathon pace. So make sure you're dropping your volume, and you'll still be doing some intensity, but the workouts will be a bit shorter than the ones you're doing in your peak weeks of training. But how much should you drop your volume by, and when should you start to taper? That's where Advanced Marathoning comes in. All right, so here's the recipe. The taper will be 3 weeks long and follow a pattern of 20, 40, 60. This means in the first week of the taper, you'll be doing 20 to 30% less mileage than you were in your highest mileage week. In the second week of the taper, you'll do 40% less. And then on the week of the race, you'll do 60% less, not including the race itself. So let's say you hit 100K in your peak week. Here's where your taper would look like. So in the first week of the taper, you'd want to aim for about 70 to 80K. In the second week, you'd want to be at around 60. And in the week of the race, you'd want to be at around 40, plus the actual marathon itself, you'd be looking at about 82K that week. And for your workouts, you want to scale them down in a similar fashion. So let's say you normally do about 10K of fast running in a workout. In the first week, you might want to bring that down to about 8K, second week about 6, and so on. I follow this exact formula for a few races now, and it's worked great. Give it a shot, and let me know how it goes. See you in the next video. Peace.